Oh dear. Are we live? Are we live? Hello, everyone. Can you see us? Can you hear us? We'll wait a few seconds for everybody to join. Let's see. You need to get scooped this way a little bit more, I think. Right?
I don't know.
I think so.
Do you want to do this one more head on?
Yeah, and also, okay, there's some chats coming in. Good morning, Karen. I was just making sure that the YouTube chat was working. Last it wasn't working, so we didn't know what we were doing. We still also don't know what we're doing, so I just want to put that out there. We might look professional with our news background, but we're just going to be doing the best we can today. We're going to be going back and forth between YouTube and TikTok, so you'll see us kind of be glancing at both of these cameras and phones. Do we want to do this more head on?
Yeah.
All right.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's trippy.
Whoa. Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
I think and
Just on that one?
I think so.
All right. All right. Well, good morning, Villalobos. Today's our very first news program we're putting on. We're going to go through, we're calling it more like a talk show. We're going to be going through different segments, different topics about dogs and VRC. For those who have joined us before, you know that Jenna and I can talk about dogs for hours, and we have talked about dogs for hours. So that's what we're going to do today. We're just going to talk about dogs. We're going to talk about all things VRC and everything that we have going on here. And we'll just start with that. And then we'll be trying to read the comments as we go. We'll kind of go over the news and topics that we're talking about. And then while we're talking, after that, we'll look at the comments and see what you guys are doing. Good morning from New York City. This is so fun. Hello from Texas.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy. Hi from New York. Yeah, you guys tell us where you're from. We'll do some shout outs. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Katie and this is Jenna. I've been with the rescue for about 3 years.
I've been with the rescue for almost 8 years now.
Awesome. I think we should just move right into our first segment, which is the VRC programs. There'll probably be a lot of people on here who are in the virtual adoption and the sponsor programs. So we're going to start with that to talk a little bit about, I'm going to try not to say so much.
Yeah.
But we're not like on real TV.
No.
So it's going to be fine. Y'all don't judge us.
You'll try to not say and I'll try not to swear.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
That's really hard.
That's going to be hard. Good morning from Baltimore. Hi from Connecticut. Here from Central Florida. This is so cool. Good morning from Oregon. I love this. Hi from British Columbia.
No.
Invite you to. Nope, don't know how to do that. Okay. All right. So the first program we'll talk about is the virtual adoption program for Villalobos Rescue Center. The virtual adoption program is for dogs who are adoptable. They're on our website. And if you need to, if you're reading comments and I need to stop or say something.
I was giggling because there was a comment when you were like, I was like, oh, you're going to not say, and I'm not going to swear. And you're like, that's going to be fucking hard.
Did I say that? No.
Okay. See, we're not professional.
Okay. Also, don't feel the best today. I sound like a man. This is not my normal voice. For those of you who know, I sound like 12-year-old, but today I sound like a man. Okay, going back to the but if somebody chimes in and you're watching the comments, just shut me up. Good morning from Florida sponsor. Elena, hello. I'll be calling you at some point.
We are in Assumption Parish, Jojo. We are no longer in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yep.
This is gonna be hard.
I have ADD.
So do I. So
Okay. All right. We're going to wing it.
Two people over here trying to survive. Squirrel. So the virtual adoption program, Jenna and I run that program. They're for adoptable dogs. You can go on the website, vrcpitbull.com. I will try not to say the websites and the emails and everything over and over again today. We'll try to pin that somewhere. We don't really know how to do that. Or we'll post it later in like show notes or something. To be a virtual adopter, it's a $300 fee. That fee goes to the adoption fee. So that the adoption fee is covered. I feel like you keep wanting to giggle. If you keep wanting to giggle, it's going to make me wonder why.
Jojo, we are not taking in any dogs. We're full.
So the fee goes to the adoption fee. So when somebody adopts a virtual adoption dog, the fee is covered. To find a dog to virtually adopt, you can go to the website. We call them their Tinder profile pictures. You can zoom or scroll through the pictures. Any dog that doesn't have a name under it, it'll say virtually adopted, a virtual adopter, and it'll have the name. For those who don't have a name, they're not virtually adopted, they're available. And you can email me at vrcvirtualadopter.com. I wrote all of these down. vrcvirtualadopter@outlook.com. And tell me who you want to virtually adopt, and we'll start that process. When you virtually adopt, you get an email from me, a welcome letter from me and Tia, and then you'll get a Facebook group invite to an exclusive group just for the virtual adopters, which is super interactive. And then you'll also get the dog that you virtually adopt will get a wish list. Jenna makes all our Amazon wish lists, so each dog has their own personalized Amazon wish list, and you'll get your name on the website underneath your dog, so people will know that that's your virtual adoption dog. And then you can send care packages for that virtual adoption dog. I will take a minute to read the comments. You girls are cracking me up. Okay, Brandy, we know we're crazy. Figured out the Zelle to you, so I told Tia I don't need you. Okay. All right, Elena, thank you.
Okay, so we can't say that L word apparently on TikTok.
What is it?
Right here.
Okay, I have not, but we won't. Okay, so we're just scrolling through some of the comments here.
We'll just
are we able to sponsor any of the new 42 dogs? Oh, hey, Carolyn. Good morning, ladies. Okay, we'll get to the 42 dog situation in just a second. So for the virtual adoption, just going back to that, we once a month do a live unboxing. We just did that. Was that last week?
Yeah, it was last Saturday.
God, it feels like that was so long ago. We were on live for almost 2 hours unboxing the virtual adoption and the sponsored dogs care packages. It was so much fun to see all of the stuff that everybody was sending for their dogs. And then we try to say who the package is for and who the virtual adopter or the sponsor is. And we just go through each one of those packages. So we'll be doing that once a month. So that's another kind of perk. If you virtual adopt or sponsor a dog, you can watch our unboxing. I get super excited. It's like Christmas for us. Jenna has a lot of dogs still in her care. So when we unbox her virtual adoption dogs, she gets to bring all that stuff home.
Yeah.
Let's see. Medina. Okay. Do you want to talk about the sponsor program and what that is? I didn't really write that on our. We have an agenda. We're really organized.
Katie's really organized and makes great notes.
Thank you. But this I didn't write on there, so we'll see if she can wing it.
Okay. So our sponsorship program is for our unadoptable dogs or dogs that are in need of like long-term medical care. that may eventually be available for adoption down the line. A part of our sponsorship program, the dogs are either deemed unadoptable because of behavioral issues or super severe medical issues. Our wolf dogs are considered under our sponsorship program. And we also have some of our cats on the sponsorship program. I think we have about 6.
I think so.
6 or 8 cats on our sponsorship program now. So, and we're still adding as we get to know the dogs and cats more. And then all of the wolf dogs are also.
Oh, thanks, Patty.
Thank you, Patty. Available to be sponsored, and we're also working on like doing something with the wolves where like you can sponsor like an entire pack because some of them are packed up. So that's something we're also in the works with and we're really excited about, and we're working with Amy who runs that location out there in Texas.
With the sponsor program, for that you can go onto the website and go to how you can help. How you can help, and then there's a sponsor link there. All the sponsors dogs are listed there. We're working on getting them alphabetized and categorized, but right now you can see the dogs, the cats, and the wolves on the sponsor page. And you can sponsor. Thank you, Michael, for your donation. So people are donating as we're on. I'm not sure exactly how to do that on the YouTube, but apparently there's maybe it's that little money button there at the bottom. There's a way to donate while we're chatting. So by all means, all donations that you're sending right now are going right back to the dogs. So we really appreciate that, Patty, Michael. And there's a way to do that as well, I think, on the TikTok. It looks like somebody sent us a gift.
Yeah,
on that.
It's more the gifts. We do have blue tick coonhounds, and we also have what is Knox? I just had a plot hound. We have those for sponsorship right now. I don't think we have any red bones right now.
What if a virtual adopter want to adopt their dog? Well, if you want to actually adopt your dog and you virtually adopt them first, then you just would let us know that you were interested in actually adopting. You would have to go through the adoption process. You would need to fill out an application, and Lizzie or Into would give you a call, and they would see if that virtual adoption dog that you've been virtually adopting that whole time is a good fit for your house. But of course, I mean, the whole goal is to have these dogs adopted, not just virtually adopted. When you become part of the program, we want you to share that dog. Put them on Tormund is a red bone, yeah. Okay. We want you to share your dog and the pictures that we share and the posts that we share. We want you to put those on your Facebook and try to get your dog an actual home. And that's how it's all interactive. And then when you virtual adopt a dog and they get an application, we try to keep you in the loop with all of that as well. So you get to be a part of that process. And we send pictures, videos, try to keep you as updated as possible. But going back to the sponsor thing, so you can go to the website, sponsor, find a dog. You can do that from the website. You don't have to email me first or anything like that. You can you would end up sending a monthly donation for the sponsors. The virtual adoption is a one-time fee. The sponsor programs monthly because we have those dogs for life. So, and they have multiple sponsors. So you might get you might sponsor a dog, and then you get on the Facebook page and you're like, oh, well, why does Micey have so many sponsors? Well, because Micey's going to be with us forever. So your $10 donation is helpful, but it's not going to cover the care forever. So you'll see that you've got multiple sponsors for each dog. What else do we have going on? There's a $sign box you can click on to donate. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, anybody who donates while we're live will shout you out for sure. We really appreciate that. Okay, so that explains the programs, our two main programs. We have other programs. We'll talk a little bit about those as we move forward, like our senior program, 90 Dog Fiancé, but we'll talk about those later. We did want to feature some of our dogs today to be virtually adopted. So we're going to go through a couple dogs. We'll show some pictures. We want to get to a place where we can like actually pop the picture in the corner of the screen or whatever. But today we'll just have to hold those up. You can find their information and their bios on the website. Jenna will probably have to do most of the talking when it comes to these dogs, because a lot of these dogs are in her care, or she's met them or seen them or managed a location where the dogs have been before. Oh, here's the whole thing about virtually adopting a dog.
See?
All right, so our first dog that we want to feature. Now, if anybody, while we're talking about this, they're like, oh, that's the dog I want to virtually adopt, then let us know. There might be multiple people who want to virtually adopt this dog as we're talking. To virtually adopt the dogs that we're putting on the program today, you'll need to email me at VRC virtualadopter@outlook.com. And then if there's several people for one dog, then I'll work with you to help you find another dog to virtually adopt. So, but hopefully we can get all of these dogs a virtual adopter today, because they all deserve it. And the program is so awesome. Tia went live yesterday, and I heard her say how this program has really helped the staff morale.
It really has.
Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I guess like before we started this program, which it's been a year. About a couple weeks ago, it's been a year since we started this. And I mean, it's just when you have so many dogs coming in, and yes, they're leaving, they're getting adopted, they're going on transports and stuff, but like also like you do have some of these dogs that we have had for longer periods of times, and you know, we're constantly updating the website. I'm constantly adding new dogs to our adoptables every day. But it's like you kind of just keep seeing them get older. And I know Tia and them too, like we all kind of are watching some of these dogs we've worked with for so long, and they're just getting older, and they're waiting, and we're trying, and it kind of hurts a little bit. And with this program and being able to have these dogs be even virtually adopted, where somebody else is able to send them gifts and ask about them, and we send them pictures and videos, like seeing somebody else care about them as much as we do outside of the rescue is amazing, because we just want them to be seen. We want them to be loved. We want them in homes. Like that's all we really, really want. And when the intake keeps coming, it's like hard. It's just, it's hard. And especially the last couple of years that I've been around and helping with managing, when we had the New Orleans location, we got so many young puppies, and it was hard. You wanted to get them out before they started getting stressed, or you didn't want them to grow up in the rescue, because like dogs aren't meant to be in a rescue situation, or like they deserve to be in a home, in a bed, and on the couch.
We have a lot of people saying this same thing. Running a rescue comes with so many heartbreaks in so many ways. Yes, rescue is not for the weak. No, it's not. It's hard. And that's the thing with this program. It's been able to get everybody re-engaged with the dogs. Each location knows which dog is virtually adopted. They take pictures with that dog, and then packages come in, and then they get to take pictures with the dog and the packages, and it's like a special gift for that dog that's in their care. So it's like the next best thing to being actually adopted is to have the dog virtually adopted. And so it makes us kind of feel like, oh, that dog's been chosen. It's not the same as getting a home, but it's still like being chosen. Okay, so let's see. Let's do some comments. The sponsorship have to be through PayPal. Okay, Tia wrote to Cynthia, it makes me sad that people show prejudice towards dogs to the point. Yes, it is. It's so sad. And the dogs don't have a voice, and so that's what our job is to do, and that's why we're out here trying to hustle and get these dogs.
I think my favorite thing too is lately, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when they're like sending us videos, and like you can hear the employees like, oh, look at your toy. Like you can hear them like baby talking and like having fun. And I think that's just something that all of us need to remember is like, it can become so robotic. You clean, you pull them out, you feed them, you know, but it's like you kind of forget like there's so many, and then you're like, oh, it's like repetitive. And it's just like you can take this little brief moment with each one and have like this special moment watching them open and play with their toys. And I love it.
It kind of makes me want to cry.
I'm trying not to.
I know it's been such an amazing program, and I'm so glad that it's kicked off. Tia came up with this idea a year ago, and she wasn't sure if it was going to work, and it has just been amazing. Okay, so let's talk about Hancock. I'm going to put it up. It's going to be hard to see a little bit. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about Hancock.
So Hancock actually came into New Orleans. I did his intake. Him and his brother, Revere, came in together. They had an owner who was using them as like yard dogs. Hancock, they were like 4 or 6 months old. They were, you know, being puppies. They didn't have stimulation. They were just acting like puppies. And he was just fed up with them. And he basically said, like, you need to take them or I'm gonna just let them go right here. So brought him in, and Hancock is he's so sweet.
Yeah, I've been spending a little bit more time out in the country at the location that Hancock's at with his brother Revere. And Revere actually has a virtual adopter, so it makes me sad because Hancock doesn't have a virtual adopter. But they are so funny together.
They're hilarious.
Yeah, they go out and play at the same time together and everything. I don't think they have to be adopted together, but they be a pair.
They don't have to be adopted together, but both are so dog friendly with other dogs. I've done a lot of dog testing with both of them before they went out to the sanctuary, and like they played with one of my personal dogs, and they were great.
Yeah, I have a note too that says that they're kid friendly, all ages, but no cats, no small animals.
Yes.
So this is Hancock. You can go to the website.
He is kid friendly, yes.
And also likes car rides, which if people who travel, that's super important. So Hancock is available for virtual adoption as well as real adoption, which is the goal. But if you're interested in virtually adopting or adopting, you can go to the website or email me on Hancock. All right. That's fun.
That was cute.
Let's see. Do we have any comments? Karen, yes, please make sure to hit the thumbs up, the like button, the heart buttons, and all of that stuff. Subscribe to the channel. Jen and I will be hopefully doing this every Saturday. That is the goal. So your sponsor program inspired my local no-kill shelter to start a sponsorship program. That's awesome, Lisa. Yes, Tia's in the chat as well. Good morning, Tia. Thank you for having me.
Can we virtually adopt? Wonderful. If you would like to email Katie,
email me. VRC virtual adopter at outlook.com. And all of that information is on the website. You can find it and just email me, and I'd be happy to get you guys set up to virtually adopt. Wonderful. Okay.
It is wonderful.
The next one is Jug Head.
Oh, this one's special.
Jenna loves Jug Head.
So Jug Head actually came in as tiny baby. I carried him around. He was like 6 weeks, 8 weeks old. He actually lived with me for a while, and my kids. And he is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna cry thinking about him.
No,
because like
we're not crying.
I actually like love him.
Jenna cries more than you would think she would. Jenna acts like she's super hard, and she cries the most out of all of us.
I just really want you to know. He is amazing with children. My daughter Amelia did a lot of leash work with him as a young puppy. Walked him around the neighborhood 4 times a day. He loves a snuggle. He can be anxious in newer situations. His situation where he came to us is his owner had Jug Head and his parents, and somebody
Tia says it's because Jenna has so much history with these New Orleans dogs. Yes, she does. Yep. And a passion for every single one of them.
Yeah. His parents were unallowed by a neighbor, and the owner came to me sobbing and said he did not want the same fate for Jug Head. So he handed me this little baby puppy, and I happily took him home. And he loves kids. He loves car rides.
What about cats? Other dogs? That's typically a big question.
He is good. He would play with my Rottweilers. He's on the smaller side. He's about 40 pounds. He can have some anxiety in newer situations, but like once he gets into a rhythm, like he's so quick to learn.
Everyone's like, look at those ears. Yes.
He has the greatest ears, and he's so affectionate. He will like lay on you. And like I used to nap with him on my couch. He would sleep with me. I could feel myself like wanting to keep him.
Oh.
So as everybody knows,
Jenna.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jug Head is available for virtual adoption.
I love that.
As well. CTA said Jug Head is getting moved this week into our new home environment with our new trainer behaviors. That is amazing.
Yeah.
And we'll probably talk more about that. Maybe we'll add some of that information to the newsletter. We do have somebody joining us that's going to be able to help with some of that stuff. But he's natural. That's so funny.
But him getting VA would be like extremely.
Yes.
Or a home would be amazing.
So anybody who wants to virtually adopt or adopt Jug Head, you can email me for virtual adoption or go onto the website and fill out an application to adopt Jug Head. So cute. Okay, the next one, and we're going to do this every week. I don't know how many we'll do every week, but this one is Peach. Do you know much about Peach?
I rescued Peach.
Okay, so Jenna, the thing goes from the wrong side, so it's confusing. So this is Peach. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about her.
Peach, yes. So it was actually May 20th, a couple years ago. It was the day after my birthday. That's how I remember her day. We got an email, and there was a mom and puppies all in an abandoned house. Me and Kyle went there, and the mom was in horrific shape. Her name is Juneberry. She's also available for adoption.
I didn't know that.
This is her child.
Oh my gosh.
Juneberry was in horrific condition, horrible skin. It was a nightmare. The puppies, there was 3 of them. Fig ended up getting adopted not long after we had her. She went to the prison, I think, and then she got adopted up there. Peach was the sickest one out of all of them. She was actually in ICU for about a week and a half. We didn't know she was going to make it. When I tell you, I was scared to touch her.
Aww.
She was skin and bones. It was like picking up like a feather. It was hard. It was really hard. And then she quickly started, she just proved us, like normal pit bulls, they bounce back so quick.
Resilient.
But she is on the smaller side. I would say 30 pounds.
She looks big.
She looks big in pictures, but she is smaller.
Is she good with
She's
kids?
good with kids. She is super high energy. We're her caregivers and I are trying to work out like a little bit of just training with her. She's really young and high energy. She would do great in a home with water. She loves water. She loves to splash in the pools when they have the pools out. She's such a sweet dog.
Okay.
Super sweet.
I really thought this was like a big dog.
No, she's literally
that's
3.
a picture pictures are deceiving.
Yeah.
So if you are interested in virtually adopting or adopting Peach, you can email me for virtual adoption or go on the website and fill out an application for Peach. Is Peach good with cats? Somebody wants to know.
I'll have to ask. I forgot to ask them. They have cats in their home, so when we need cat testing, I ask them. They have a really great cat tester.
Peach says, looks like she could be Rockford Peach, like on A League of Their Own. It's one of my favorite movies. You might not know that movie because you're so much younger than me.
Well, no, and I have kids that watch stuff.
A League of Their Own is so good. Okay, anyways. Let's see. Okay, welcome everybody who's just now joining us. We're just going over dogs who are virtually adoptable or adoptable. Our next dog is Raynell. I know a little bit about Raynell, but not a lot. I did get to spend a lot of time with Raynell when we were working at the original warehouse at Claiborne. If anybody's on the chat and knows more about Raynell lives with her caretaker, Emily, who is so good and amazing. Show it over here. Raynell, I know, had maybe some kind of surgery or something when I first got here. So she's got like a little leg thing.
So she's
her back leg.
She's always had, we call it baby leg.
Baby leg.
We call her baby leg. Well, I've always called her baby leg.
She's super sweet. She was good with Salem. I don't know if she's been kid tested fully. So if you were interested, and you have children, that's something we would need to know about or could find out more information. I also never walked her with other dogs.
She's not dog friendly.
Not dog friendly. But Raynell is available for virtual adoption.
And she is a senior, so she
is part of our senior program. Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit more about that, but our senior program, all medical care and the adoption fee is all medical care is taken care of by us, and the virtual adoption fee is covered. I wouldn't even know she was a senior.
Yeah,
Brandy, I'm the worst with like age.
Brandy had her back in 14, 15. So yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, we've had her for a while.
That's a long time.
I remember her when I started.
I'm the worst with every dog. To me is like a puppy, and Salem will say, she'll be like, "It's not a puppy, it's a dog."
I always have a hard time. Like if I started with a dog and they were 4, like in my brain they're still 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you want to virtually adopt or adopt Raynell, let us know. This next one is Daffodil. This isn't the best picture of Daffodil, but this is a beautiful dog.
She's a little boxer mix. Earl and Tony actually rescued her. I remember when she came in after they rescued her. She was emaciated, rough condition. She is full of life. She's actually one of my favorite dogs to go play with because she will go for as long as you allow her to. She is tolerant of cats. Kind of doesn't pay any mind to them.
Do you know what that thing means? Somebody sent like a dog.
Oh, I don't
Michael, thank you. Don't know what that means.
Well, thank you.
A whole dog bounced across the screen on TikTok.
Wow.
That's called ADD.
ADHD.
Hello.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. You can really see the boxer in her. Yes, Darren. Yeah. And if you're a boxer person, this would be a perfect, beautiful dog for you.
Yeah. And she loves car rides. Loves them.
Did we say kids?
She is good with kids. I would say probably not like super young, like probably like my daughter, my youngest. She'd probably be fine with Salem, but like she can be very bouncy and like over the top. So it's just
a lot of energy.
I also let my kids get knocked over. So
well, you got to, rough them up a little bit. So this is Daffodil. If anybody's interested in virtually adopting or adopting Daffodil, let us know. I really hope that I have like a whole email, a full email box of you guys. If you don't see any dog on here that you want to virtually adopt, but you get on the website and you want to adopt, please just email me.
There's better pictures of her also on her profile.
Yeah,
that I just took like couple weeks ago.
Jenna takes most of the pictures on the website. This is the funniest dog. Oh, Patty, thank Thank you so much for sending $10. You are amazing. Carolyn, I love this. It's so nice to hear the background and see different doggos that you have. I know, this is what we've been wanting to do. We have so much going on, and it's been so busy. We haven't been able to like slow down and actually feature the dogs that we have. And so now that we're not in the city anymore, Jenna's been able to really partner with me. It's really just been me trying to do the virtual adoption and sponsor stuff by myself. But bringing her on, we've been able to just like explode the program. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. Okay, so this isn't the best picture either because this is the funniest dog. This is Carhartt.
I call him Carfart.
She does.
Mm-hmm. You can probably figure out why. He just like showed up in like rough condition. He is full Brandy. He is full of energy. Loves his toys. I was taking pictures of him yesterday actually. And he cracks me up. He does have some skin, like chronic skin stuff, but
can be managed.
It can be managed. It's not like anything bad.
He looks like a tank.
We had to put him on a diet because so he can get really thick really fast, and then his neck. He doesn't have a neck.
It's like my dog, Piggy. No neck.
He's so thick.
He's so thick. Good with kids. Good with. Did you say
he's good with
cats?
I would say no to cats.
Okay.
He really enjoys the attention of you and only you. He kind of gets jealous.
Someone said I walked Carhartt as a volunteer August of 2023 and absolutely loved him. I have photos.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, Crazy Dog Lady 73, he is up for virtual adoption and adoption. If you want to virtually adopt Carhartt.
Well, Denise, this is Katie and Jenna. We work with Tia and help her with
the rescue
stuff. Yeah.
Tia is on though.
She's on here somewhere.
Okay. If anybody wants to virtually adopt Carhartt, you know what to do.
Carhartt.
This dog is beautiful. I don't know how this dog isn't adopted yet or virtually adopted therefore, because when you go on the website, it stands out. This is Blue Eyes. I don't know why I don't name that dog Blue Eyes. That's such a good looking dog. Okay.
He's gorgeous.
We reached out to M2 last night to get some information. This is Blue Eyes.
Denise, no, you're not.
They are pirates that stole the page.
Thank you, Roddy Lover.
I love that so much. Yeah.
We stole it. We're not in New Orleans. We're in Assumption Parish.
We kidnapped Tia, and she's actually behind the screen. And we are taking over. It's the Katie and Jenna takeover. Could you imagine?
No.
I wouldn't want that. Okay.
I wouldn't either.
This is Blue Eyes. M2 says, super goofy, loves attention, rolls on his back for belly rubs, loves toys, especially balls he can chase and throw. He doesn't bark. That's kind of a big thing, but it is more of a scream when he wants something. I love that. Not the biggest fan of jumping in the car, but once he's in, he likes it. He has a condition with his legs called rickets. And rickets is a bone disposer when a puppy grows up without proper nutrition for their bones. Doesn't have enough vitamin D or calcium. Their bones become weak and soft, and that causes abnormalities and sometimes even breaks or fractures. I didn't know that. So, and it says, the dogs tend to get around just fine though, and don't seem affected because they're so used to it. And it says that has not slowed Blue Eyes down one bit. And it says M2 rescued Blue Eyes, a part of a dog fighting bust in Assumption Parish. He and 4 other dogs were confiscated. The cops have been watching the house, and after a lot of surveillance, they were able to ride up right when an active dog fight was taking place between two of the females, and got them for dog fighting, and were able to take all of them in. So this dog has had a lot of trauma in his life, but is doing well now. Seems to be a loving, happy dog. So
what's your email for Crazy Dog Lady 73 to virtually adopt? You can email Katie.
Yeah. at vrcvirtualadopter@outlook.com. So if you want to virtually adopt Blue Eyes, you can email me.
Thank you, Lisa.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. In loving memory of Kitty Miguel. I love that people can put little comments too, so then we can share that. Again, you guys are more than welcome, and we would appreciate if you want to donate while we're on. You can do the money sign here on YouTube. I don't know how exactly to do that on TikTok. If you're wanting to donate while we're on too, you can go to our website and go to the donate page. We have Zelle, Venmo,
we have all of the
PayPal, all of that. Okay. So if you want to virtually adopt or adopt Blue Eyes, that's that. All right. So those are our featured. Ooh, yeah.
That's a
lot.
I didn't think it was going to be a lot.
Me either. We'll just go over maybe 2 sponsor dogs.
Whatever.
How does that sound?
I know. Oh.
That's going to be hard for her to choose.
I can't choose.
Okay, let's go over this one. We're doing that one later anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come back to that one.
I love that one.
Okay. All right, so now we're going to show sponsor dogs and cats. There's not as many of those. So, and if y'all are enjoying this, please let us know by like hitting the like button, subscribe, all those things that the YouTube people say. Do it, okay? Just do it. And over here on the TikTok, y'all do the old TikToker things,
I think you touched the screen or something.
Yes, yeah. See all the hearts and all of that?
Yeah.
Keep doing that. I think that's a thing.
See, we're just winging it.
We're winging it. But we're going to get better at this because I think people will enjoy it and we just don't even know. Spamming the like button. Yes, Denise. Spam the like button.
Like away.
I remember Blue Eyes on Pitbulls and Parolees. He was the one who made me decide to take on a special needs dog. That's awesome, Erica. Yeah. I believe that rescue was on the show. Make sure to share the live as well. Let's get more folks in here. Yes, Brandy. Yeah, y'all share the live now while you're on and get more people into the chat. I do think people will enjoy this. We hear this so much. We want to hear about the dogs. We want to hear about the dogs. Well, that's what this is. That's what we're doing here. We send out a newsletter every single week. But a lot of times that's for like our older community. People love the newsletter, but we're trying to do something further with the YouTube and the TikTok. All right. So the sponsor program, if you want to sponsor any of these dogs, go to the website, how you can help, sponsor page, find their profile, and sponsor them. This is Kbasa. You can share a little bit about Kbasa. I was trying to fit. I'm still like sideways on here. I'm trying to just get it clear. Go ahead.
Kbasa was really sick when she came in injured, and she actually lives with me now. She is super spicy.
You're like, do I share this?
Yeah.
Well, she is a sponsored dog. She's not adoptable.
She's not adoptable.
Hence the word spicy.
She only likes Kyle in the male aspect. Does not enjoy the presence of any men. And also hates water hoses. Well, actually, I think I've gone through 10 hoses. We can assume what she probably went through. And when she came in, she was actually she wandered into a auto shop, and she was guarding the auto shop from the auto shop owner, who was a guy. His receptionist had to like kind of coax her into their car. She was emaciated really bad, had a really bad leg injury. She was super duper high heartworm positive. She's physically healed from that. It's just like emotionally, she's just very guarded. She loves me. She loves my kids. And she has a lot of personality. I mean, she's a red pit bull.
Right, yeah.
They got a lot of personality.
They sure do. Again, she is a sponsor dog, not able to be adopted. So we keep our dogs forever whenever they can't be adopted. And that's what the sponsor program is for. which is why we have multiple sponsors for each dog.
She is trouble.
You're doing a wonderful job, and I thank you for taking the time out of your day. Thank you, Lisa.
Real talk. Yep.
Yeah. Tia, Joss Michelle. She looks like trouble. That's funny. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. The new people who are coming on. We're going over our sponsor stuff right now. The next one is Ducky. This is such a sweet baby angel. Look at this face. Oh, my goodness. And Ducky actually doesn't have a lot of sponsors right now. We've added a couple new dogs to the website, and they don't have a lot of sponsors yet. So Kbasa and Ducky really would be, I mean, they all need sponsors, but these ones don't have many at all. Thank you, Patty. From my son, Jeremy, also sent some Easter money. We love VRC. Thank you so much, Patty, for your donation. All right, tell us a little bit about Ducky.
So you might remember years ago on the show, there was the feral dog, mama dog with the puppies under the house. Tia and everybody were climbing under this abandoned house, trying to get all these puppies. Can you see them now?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot we had two things going on. Forgive us.
Saint Rock Mama Dog, or Saint Rock Ghost is what, and we also called her Elsa, was their mom.
Oh, Erica, thank you. Hold on, let's just see. In memory of my soul dog, Sophie, 13 years together, and lost her in January 30th, 2025. Here's finding my next true love dog. Erica, thank you so much for your donation. We really appreciate that. All right, sorry to interrupt.
No,
those things pop up and they're big. Yeah.
Yeah. Ducky was one of the puppies. He had two of his siblings were adopted. Ducky, unfortunately, just found the outside world completely terrifying. He's super skittish, super fearful. But he is such a little lover boy once you know him. He's so funny. He like literally cracks me up.
Oh, Jenny just joined, and Carolyn said, I remember that show. They just ran a rerun of The Rescue a couple days ago. That's better. TikTok was being crazy. Well, that's one of the pups. Yep, yeah, this is one of the puppies.
He's the last one left. His mom actually passed away a few years ago, I guess now, probably about 5 years ago. I worked with her quite a bit. So, and he is a lot like her. Mm-hmm. You can touch her and walk him and stuff. Like, she wasn't like that, but I see a lot of her in him.
Right.
And so it's great. I loved his mom.
So somebody had just mentioned, how do you sponsor these dogs? You can sponsor these dogs by going to the website, going to how you can help and sponsor, or virtually adopt. And you can find any of these dogs or any dog that you want to sponsor. Again, these dogs are with us for life. So I love that story about Ducky. Okay, this is one of our cats, and just in time because Jenny just joined us. Jenny helps us with the cat program out in the country. She's really helping us trying to get pictures. If y'all know cats, y'all know that it is not easy to get pictures. And I love that you guys are sponsoring these cats and then want pictures. We're really doing the best that we can. Yeah. This is one of our new cats that are on sponsor program, Clementine. She does not have a lot of sponsors right now because she is new. So if anybody's interested in sponsoring Clementine, do you know much about her? We might have to look this one up. Jenny might be able to give us a little bit of information on Clementine.
I have.
Let's see. Boss Lady, you're everywhere. Do you guys get royalties from reruns on Pit Bulls and Pearls? No, we do not. Oh, we're doing cats. Yes, we are doing cats. We have a whole cat program out in the country that continues to grow. And I know a lot of people didn't know that, and that's why we want to do a little show like this to feature so you guys know what we're doing. That's basically what Good Morning Villalobos is going to be about. Everything we have going on. My girls are pit bull mix, wonderful dogs, very loyal. All right, so let's go a little bit about Clementine.
So this is from Jenny. A kind-hearted gentleman found himself overwhelmed caring for a growing cat colony while his own health was declining. A good Samaritan stepped in and asked us, the rescue for help. The caretaker was in bad health, so he wanted to make sure that the cats that he was taking care of were going to be continuously taken care of. She was about a year old when she arrived, and people are not her thing, and they weren't her thing.
Same, Clementine.
I know, same.
Oh, whoops. Just kidding, you guys.
Sorry. You guys are great.
You guys are great, though. But... Keep going.
She leaned more on the feral side of life. But now, after more than a year with us, Clementine has revealed her true self, peered toward... I cannot say this. I'm having she has basically...
Where is it? Oh, tortoise shell. Tortitude. That's funny.
I'm reading.
She's not exactly a lap cat dog. Lap cat dog. This is what happened last time. We got an hour and a half in. And we were like, meh.
Yeah.
I did eat before this one, though.
We did.
Clementine will live out her life here in our spacious outdoor catteries, doing her own thing and enjoying the peace. She may not be a cuddler, but she's got a whole lot of character.
Yeah.
So this is, if you're a cat person, we have a whole program. Nicole. Okay, is that Choo Choo? You know, I don't know people's real names.
Where?
This is Nicole. Different names
I think
in
that
different
is
places.
her.
Because I'm a ninja. Yes. Okay. Well, how would you expect me to know?
It's
me. Yes. Hi, Choo Choo. That's what I know you as.
I honestly don't even know some of these people's
real names.
Legit names.
Right.
Legit.
And then
whatever.
And then you have Ginny on here with a whole other name, not a real name. Yes. Haha.
Oh no. Thank you.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Okay. I love the newsroom look. Thank you. We're very professional here at Good Morning Villalobos.
I bet you forgot your microphone. You got to say it into the microphone.
We are very professional here at Good Morning Villalobos.
Okay.
We're also in the middle of the city. Okay. If you want to sponsor Clementine, you can go to the website. All right.
What's next?
Woof! I think.
Oh my God, that's only the second.
Yeah.
Wow.
Segment.
Okay.
First segment.
Go us.
Yeah. One other thing I wanted to talk about with the virtual adoption program is that those people are diehard with us, and we ask them for their advice. And oh my God, I'm dying. You're welcome, Tia. I knew you would love that.
Yeah.
There's more where that came from. I'm trying really hard to be normal.
It's just not possible.
Everyone, but the longer we go, the more my personality is going to shine. I wanted to feature the virtual adopter. What are we saying?
We are all mad here. Yes, we are.
Yes, clearly we're not normal. I'm totally in love with Peach. Denise, that's wonderful. Peach is available for virtual adoption and real adoption. Might need to have people donate for coffees. Oh, we actually talked about that. We have a coffee affiliate. I want a coffee mug too. That's a Good Morning Villalobos. If anybody wants to make that.
Same.
Or
I
just
went to Starbucks. I like Starbucks.
She get a uniform shirts with that on it.
Mm-hmm.
Us that are watching are not very normal either. We know that, Karen. That's why we love you. Oh, Cynthia. Oh, Cynthia. In loving memory of Sweet Falcor. Thank you so much for your donation. Don't start. Jenna and her eyes. We'll get to that. Okay. So with the virtual adoptions, we like to shout out though. So Karen Young Schroyer, I think is how you say it, is Wee Bonnie's virtual adopter. And I just want to let you know, how much everybody loves this program who's actually in this program. So if you're not a virtual adopter and you want to be one, so we asked Karen, what inspired you to become a virtual adopter? And she said she tries to help VRC any way that she can, and this was a great way to help with some funds and be able to help now sending packages to Bonnie. Bonnie is one of our dogs in the country. Choo Choo Nicole is one of our employees, and she says the dogs love the virtual adoption program. What do you enjoy most about the program? Seeing the updates on all the different dogs, not just the one that I'm virtually adopting. Let's see. Would you recommend the virtual adoption program to others? Yes, I absolutely would. It is a great way to help the rescue. At the same time, we can spoil a dog that may not be able to have their home, but we know is already being cared for by a wonderful, loving people. The only thing she needs to get her gifts to Bonnie. So keep up the great work. All right. That's it. So I just wanted to feature some feedback from our virtual adoptions. All right. Wowzers. Is everyone still with us? Is everyone enjoying this?
Hey, Roddy Lover, you can send to the, what is the address to send mail?
5541 Highway 1, Napoleonville.
Jenny, what's the address?
Somebody give her the address over there. You would think we would know that.
And you can just
keep up the great work. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys. It is on the website. It's
yes.
Like 5 something.
I definitely think it's 5541. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to donate while we're live, you definitely can do that on both platforms. We've got quite a bit going on over here at the YouTube. We really appreciate that. When you donate, we'll shout you guys out. Yeah. I'll find out and make and send 2 mugs. Okay.
I love that.
Thank you. Yeah. If you want to send us mugs,
I love her just because of her name.
Well, clearly. Yes, we know you love.
Oh, I wore a Rottweiler shirt. I'd rather be with my Rottweilers instead of here. Oh,
I don't know. I'm not offended. Okay, the next segment, Silver Snoots.
5541 Highway 1, Napoleonville, LA, 70390. There we go.
Yes, still with you and loving your show. We love Carolyn. Okay. Our next little feature is called Silver Snoots, and this is our senior program. With the senior program on the website now, we started adding senior dog underneath the senior dogs profiles. That's not completely updated yet, so not all right.
I'm still working on that.
So we used to not have that, but we do now. So any dog that is on the website that has does it just say senior?
It says, you know what, I don't know.
Okay.
Senior something.
Senior
program.
They're part of our senior program, which all the medical expenses are covered for the rest of the dog's life, and their adoption fee is covered. And so, of course, like, our seniors are so important to us. When they get into a home, that's like showing them their love for like their last chapter. And that is it's a really hard thing, but there's people out there that's like their purpose and passion in life is to give these dogs their home for the end, basically. Yeah. And so it's a really special program. It takes a really special person to be able to bring some of these older dogs into their homes. I have a special place for Brad in my heart. This is Brad here. Brad does have a virtual adopter, and he is in the senior program. I worked with Brad a lot at Claiborne. Brad really loves his toys. He's super, super sweet. Lives with Emily.
His favorite toy was the dino.
Yes, he loves dino toys.
Dinos.
He's 13 years old. Mm-hmm. When I first was working with him, I was kind of afraid to go into his kennel. And now, like, looking back, it's because he had like his toys, and he was just like
was so
into his toys.
I was scared of the other one that he came in with.
The other dog.
Her name was Angelina, which I don't know why, because she was old.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
She got adopted.
Oh, that's so sweet. When you adopt a senior dog too, we do try to feature you guys, because it is something so special. It says that Brad is looking for his retirement home of his own, a cozy couch, and a human to call his own forever. So if you have a calling and it is, or you're like looking for some purpose in your life, perhaps adopting a senior dog would be an amazing thing that you could do. And also, we take care of a lot of that financial expense and burden for you guys. So this is Brad. This is our senior dog feature today. But if you want to adopt any senior dog, you can go to the website and find a senior dog of your own. These little Silver Snoots.
And a lot of these seniors, oh wow.
What's that?
Oh my.
We have mustaches on. Okay, we are TikTok dummies, but that was great.
Yeah, what was that?
Whoever just put mustache on us, you can do it again because I was feeling it. That was hilarious. Okay.
Oh.
This is Brad.
Okay.
Seniors are the best.
And a lot of these seniors like really don't act like seniors. They really truly don't. Like I don't know who is our oldest dog. That I'm aware of, we have Echo, who is 14, and she shows, and she's like a 6-month-old puppy in a 14-year-old body. There's no slowing that girl down. None. And then we have Pajamas.
Yeah, those are both virtual adopted dogs already. But yeah, if you want to virtually adopt a senior dog as well, you can do that. That's so special because they don't have their home yet. But if you virtually adopt them, then you can give them spoiled and rotten while they're with us in our care. Okay. We're getting it. The next segment, Happy Tales. So this is about dogs that have been adopted by us.
Taco. Oh my God, we still have Taco?
The Chihuahua I brought from California. He's 18. Where is that dog? Taco?
I think
Taco Beans?
Dude, I was so scared of that dog at Claiborne.
That's so funny. Greetings from Germany. Hello, Nikki.
Oh my God. I didn't realize we still had him.
That's so funny.
That dog was
18
scary.
years old.
18. That's insane.
I love that you put senior dog under the photos. Yeah. We also put prison dog program under the photos as well. So that way you know which dogs are in our prison dog program, which we'll talk a little bit more about. Or I don't know if that's on our list.
We can talk about it.
Yeah. So our prison dog program is in West Virginia. Tia, you might have to tell us
in PA.
It's in
what? No.
What are you doing?
It's telling me I have to do this or it's going to end the line.
I lied. It's not in West Virginia.
It's in Pennsylvania. Wait.
Did it work? We thought we might have lost everyone.
We're good. Do I have a favorite dog? That's a really hard question.
And he still tries to bite Kanani. That's so funny.
Dude, that dog was scary.
Like those infomercials where they really pour it on to sell stuff. You're making me super interested in a senior dog right now. Well, then it's working, Erica.
It is. Rockview Prison. Yeah.
Okay. Pennsylvania.
Bushwhacker went up there. I was fostering him for a while. He was a Rottweiler mix.
So our prison dog program, those dogs go up there and they get trained by the inmates, the prisoners, and then they're trained dogs. They are really well behaved, and they like graduate from the program. So under the dog's profile pictures on the website, if it says prison dog program, then those dogs have been to prison, and they are trained. And so you're getting like a trained dog, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of training with the dogs here, but that's like specific training that they're doing. And that program's so amazing for the inmates, the prisoners, as well. It's good for the dogs and for them. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about Junior. This is one of our dogs who just recently got adopted out. This dog was adopted by Cheryl Stanley. Let me make sure that everybody can see this dog. We have a page for adopters. So when you do adopt a dog with us, you can become a alum of VRC, and then you can share your dogs with us once they're in your homes. Cheryl had adopted Bartolo and Poncho, who both recently passed away. And I had more notes on this, and I don't know where it went. I think Bartolo passed away first, and then Poncho passed away in December or October.
No, Poncho.
Was it this year? Keep up the excellent work, ladies. Erica.
All of my little love dogs. I love them so much. Bartolo passed. It was in July of last year, I believe it was. I remember I wasn't in town. And then Poncho, he passed like this year. I fostered him in November. He went to his home in November, right around Thanksgiving. And then he passed like, I think it was like January or February. Mm-hmm.
And so she turned right around, and those were two seniors?
They were seniors. We had Bartolo for about 10 years, Poncho for about 10 years. So they were 10, 11 years old when they went.
Right. And it looks like now Cheryl has decided to bring home Junior, who is clearly not a senior. So this is just a sweet little puppy that we had, and she drove all the way down, I think from Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah, no,
Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh is in Pennsylvania, right? But she drove down and she picked Junior up, and this is a recent one, and this is a picture of Junior at Easter.
How cute that!
So
thing.
Cute. One day we'll be really professional and it'll like pop up on the screen. Wouldn't that be so cool?
If you're coming to New Orleans, you're no longer here. You can email to volunteer, and there's like a volunteer program for dog walking on Saturdays only right now in Assumption Parish, but we are no longer in New Orleans.
So no volunteering going on here in New Orleans.
You can email the...
I have that.
It's volunteer... Crap. Isn't it over there?
I just had that. Volunteer at vrcpitbull.com if you're interested in volunteering. I have wondered about the deaf dog rescued from the canal. The dog was named Keller. I can't find any. I don't know anything. Tia might know about that dog. I believe you helped with getting the Pause in Prison program started in Lockhart, Texas. It's a wonderful program. Those would be Tia questions.
Yeah, I don't know about Keller.
Again, Erica, thank you for your donation. Okay, we're gonna skip that segment.
What?
I didn't get any further on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one we're gonna talk about feed the pack by giving back. So these are ways that you guys can give back to us. So we have the sponsor program, we have the virtual adoption program, but we also have other ways that you can give back. And one of those is by volunteering, doing the dog walks on the Saturdays out in Assumption Parish. Let's see. Saturdays only in Napoleonville, their location. Email volunteer at vrcpitbull.com. So we have had a lot of people ask us, are you doing tours? We are not doing tours right now, but we are doing this dog walking program on Saturday to start off. We do eventually want to be able to do dogs because the location out there is absolutely gorgeous. It has been so good for the dogs to get out into the country and have that wide open fresh air and space. So if you're down here visiting, or you want to visit, or you want to schedule, make sure you email first. You can't just show up, and
please,
we will get you set up.
Please do not show up. That's something that's really hard because we don't have the manpower to just like accommodate. So like we aren't gonna, especially out in Assumption Parish, they are not gonna be able to just rearrange their day.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we want it to be a pleasant experience for everybody involved.
I believe their first volunteer day is today.
Want to clean kennels, do laundry like I did at Claiborne and Galvez. Oh, Cynthia, so you volunteered here. They might be able to do that at some point. Right now, we're just doing dog walking. And Tia's answering some of the prison program questions right now. So that's a little bit about what you could do right now with your time for us. The other things we have are, you can always go online to how you can help or donate on the website, and there are Chewy wish lists and Amazon wish lists. We are Amazon affiliates, so we have a storefront, and when you order from our storefront, we get a percentage of that back. So that's really awesome. There's a lot of specific wish lists on there for virtual adoption sponsors. What else is on there?
Cleaning supplies.
I have to get water. I'll be back. You talk about the wish list because that's your thing.
Okay. That's my thing. The wish list on Amazon. And if you see like specific dogs' names, like I made those specifically for the virtual adopters to like kind of know exactly what their dog likes. But you can see a dog's name if you want to look them up on our website and just send them something. You're more than welcome to do it. It doesn't just have to be for the virtual adopter. We also have a cleaning supplies list. We have a wish list for our wolf dogs, dog food wish list, cat food wish list. Jenny in the country is dealing with our TNR program, which is trap and release, trap neuter release. So they are needing supplies for that. And let me see what else. One of the employees had a great idea. I'm gonna start a wish list for like hurricane supplies.
I love that idea.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, so I'm gonna be working on that this week. So for hurricane supplies, that's always needed. We have a toy, there's so many wish lists on there, and you can find that on our main website.
Jenna handles her Amazon storefront, so if you have any questions about that, now is the time to ask. Yeah, Jenna has done such a great job putting that all together. How does the Amazon storefront work? There is a link to our Amazon page on the website. It's just like Amazon. It's super easy to shop from.
Maybe we can post that. Oh, maybe I can make a video, and post it later if you want. But I guess we can post the direct link on our main Facebook page, because here's the thing too, is like the Amazon storefront, it's a little weird because you can't post the exact links in like private
Facebook pages or
Facebook
social
pages
media.
Or stuff.
Yeah.
So like it has to be where like they can like see where we can post it here. Okay. All right.
Sorry, Perry's texting and he's like, "Are you still alive?" Perry's got Salem and Michaela.
Yeah, Perry is
babysitting
children of the corn
at the skate park. This is a public live stream. Okay. What about emergency first aid kits? I've seen kits for pets.
Yeah.
That would be useful for hurricanes. Yes, Erica. Those are all great ideas and things that.
Yeah. I started a list, kind of talking to, some of us. But yeah, that's a great idea. Actually, I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, write it down. Yeah, especially with hurricane season coming, we can definitely use specific supplies. And go into those wish lists is the best way. That way you don't have to ask us. We get so many questions. What do you need? Yeah. What do you want? And the same thing with like the VA and the sponsor program. What does this dog want? What does this dog need? These wish lists are exactly what they need and want. Some of them have like their specific foods and everything. Mm-hmm. But with the hurricane stuff, you might not be in a state that has hurricanes. You don't know what we need, so we can put that information on there.
I don't know how to post the Amazon storefront on here. I think
we'll figure that out.
Okay.
Or
if somebody
who's on there wants to post the Amazon storefront, we're still learning. Okay. So the next segment is for our foster programs. The foster files is what we're calling it. This is where we were going to talk about the 42 dogs that were confiscated. Tia and M2 and I think probably Kanani went out there and helped with this rescue. It was in Concordia Parish, the sheriff's office. So they went out there and they assisted the sheriff's office in removing the dogs from this situation. In this post that Tia had said that they're all friendly with people, but none of them have been dog tested yet. It says all supplies, food, medical will be given to anyone who fosters. So the 42 dogs, we aren't opening those up for like virtual adoption with us or anything like that, but we can assist with the foster program for these 42 dogs. So if you're interested in fostering one of the 42 dogs from this particular rescue that you guys probably saw on our Facebook page, which was terrible, you can go to Louisianadogrescue or Louisianadogrescue@gmail.com. Email directly there. And please keep doing this show. I love this. Erica, yay. I remember Poncho. So we're assisting and helping in fostering and finding some foster homes for the 42 dogs. So let's see, what else do we have on them? And we can post a link. It also says if you have questions, you can reach out info@vrcpitbull.com as well. The other foster program that we have, though, with our dogs is called 90 Dog Fiancé. Lizzie and M2 and Tia all help with this program. This is really their thing. It has been super successful. The last batch of dogs that went out, a lot of them, we had some foster fails, which
I feel like a good chunk of them.
Almost all of them, I feel like were foster. Like maybe, I know Ambria didn't foster fail, but did find a home.
Selena and Dapple didn't foster fail, but they both went
just got adopted
recently. There was a couple other ones.
There was a couple others. If there's anybody on there that remembers, I had that list, and it's not.
Well, I mean, I have some of the dogs' names that I remember, like Burton. He foster failed with an old employee of ours.
Mm-hmm.
Shelton, that one was really, really special to a lot of us. We had him for many, many years. And he was a hard placement. So, and now he's like literally living his absolute best life. Every time, I mean, I say this all the time, I cry. When I see his pictures and videos, I literally cry.
That family is so amazing.
Yeah, and they have like a whole bunch of pets, and like he's just living his best life.
Wishbone's a good one.
Wishbone, he was like this little, I don't even remember what he was. I called him a wiener pit thing. He foster failed. Recently, Moxie was a little beagle that I helped shelter in Mississippi.
Oh, Tia's having leave. Okay.
She foster failed. Shark Eye was one that Mariah rescued.
And I think Shark Eye has a VA. A VA as well.
Yeah. And then there was a
Regina,
German.
I think.
Yeah. Then there was a German Shepherd named Michaela. I named her after my daughter. There was 2 sisters. Amelia had gotten adopted, and she had a VA. And Michaela got adopted during this foster.
Foster feeling is truly the best.
It is.
It's kind of what we hope for, because it's an easy win for us. You find the foster home, and then you find the adoption home, all in one swing.
It's so hard, but like I foster fail almost all the time.
Yeah. Yes, you do. So if we are going to have another batch of 90 Dog Fiancé. So if you're interested in fostering one of our dogs, these dogs, we're looking for fosters in the Midwest area to the Midwest area to the Northeast. It says that we're not going to the West Coast right now. So if you're interested in doing that, you can email 90dogfiance@gmail.com. This is an awesome program. We love this 90 Dog Fiancé, and either Lizzie or M2 will get back with you, and then they'll find the best dog to foster, and then you'll help us find that dog placement, and then they'll be in your home, and they won't be with us in the rescue. Those in the chat that didn't subscribe to the page, please do so. Okay, so Tia's saying, for those on this chat that have not subscribed to the page, please do so. It's free to do so, and it helps make us money from YouTube. So hit the subscribe button. Sorry, that was donation and button at the same time.
That scared me.
Fostering is a great way to try out placement. Christina, thank you so much for your donation, sending help from Denmark.
Thank you.
That is amazing. It really does see I really think everybody likes this. We don't have too many people joining us at this time. So if like the time or the day isn't working, or maybe we just need to get it out there, you guys keep liking it and sharing it, and maybe getting on. We'll post after this and post in the comments about how beneficial this program has been for you guys. So that's our 90 Dog Fiancé program. It also says that when you do the 90 Dog Fiancé, you get a 90 Dog Fiancé t-shirt. So that's really fun too.
Go have fun delivering Kim.
Okay, ladies. Gotta go. Bye, Tia.
Give her a smooch for me.
I know.
I love my Kim Possible.
Tia has Kim Possible in her house. Kim Possible is virtually adopted by someone named Kim, and we love when that happens.
Yeah.
That's how we got
Cindy
Lou virtually adopted, because there was a lady named Cindy Lou who virtually adopted another dog, and we said, hey, Cindy Lou, meet Cindy Lou.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope we will know everything that's happening over
I
here.
have no idea.
There's a lot going on, but we don't really know. And that's okay.
I'm going to scroll.
All right. So our next segment is it's called Working Like a Dog. And it's about our hiring opportunities. If you're interested in working for Villalobos, you can go to work@vrc@gmail.com. I'm not sure which facilities we have available right now, or we have job opportunities available right now. Everything that we do now is now in Assumption Parish, though. So if you're like, "Ooh, I want to live in New Orleans and work with dogs," that's not going to happen. No. So don't even email, don't bother. But from experience, I will say that this has probably been one of the hardest jobs I've ever had.
It's very physical, and you have to be able to lift weight and deal with dogs pulling, and being able to get on your hands and knees and clean crates.
Yeah, get up, get down, multiple times. Yeah, it is so much more physical than I expected it to be. Some of these locations, most of the dogs are inside and then they transfer outside. So, but it's hot down here. I don't want to deter anyone from working with us because it is one of the most hardest, but one of the most rewarding things I think I've ever done in my life. But it is hard. So it's hot down here. It's Louisiana weather. It's hot. It's muggy.
It is. And I'm from Wisconsin, born and raised in Wisconsin. And so it took my body about a year and a half to completely get used to the weather change. And it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's humid, it's hot.
Yeah.
You're sweating in areas you don't know that even sweat.
Yeah, it's bad.
You need to be able to physically handle the heat alone, and then be able to do the physical aspect of the job as well.
Right. Some of these locations do provide housing though, so that's a benefit. If you're interested in working and you think that you would be great for this job, then just email at work@VRC, like actual AT, VRC@gmail.com. And someone will get with you. We'll see if you're the best fit, tell you all the ins and outs, and we'll figure that out. So,
yeah.
And we will want to feature more staff and everything as we continue our program going in the future. Maybe we'll have guests and we'll do all sorts of things.
We'll get professional.
This though, this Justin, this feels so good. Like I almost wish we had this the entire program. Does everybody like this microphone? Okay, no, Katie. Yes, but no, not right now. We'll start with it later. All right, the next thing that we're going to talk about is some merch. So we have a full website. If you guys like our t-shirts, most people do. Wow, I have a lot going on over here now.
That's a pile. I love it.
I hope that it doesn't fall. Okay, whatever. So vrcstore.dog, but you can find all of this vrcpitbull.com and go to how you can help, and then there's the store so you can buy merchandise. Today we're featuring the Big Easy Boys t-shirt. Oh God, it's the other way.
Oh wow, my eyes are like adjusting to it. Okay.
So we have purple, green, and yellow. This is Earl and Tony from the Big Easy Boys. Everybody loves Earl and Tony. These are fun for like Mardi Gras, of course, because they're Mardi Gras colors. Everybody always wonders, does Earl still work there? What's going on with Earl? Does Tony still work there? Yes. This is their program that is on YouTube called Big Easy Boys. It's Earl and Tony, and they are kind of like experiencing the city. Someone said, love my merch. They're experiencing the city. They do still live here, but they all work out in the country now too. So we're actually working on like a little program called like the Country Boys or the Big Country Boys or something like that, and it'll be fun. But Earl still works here. He's doing great. And Tony still works here. He's doing great. And so we're just featuring these Big Easy Boy t-shirts. But also go to the website and you can look at all the merch you want to look at. There's so much on there, so many options.
Merch.
I have this Villalobos t-shirt on today. This is just the basic t-shirt. Maybe I'll do some, modeling.
Get Amelia to model.
Yeah, we could do a little fashion show.
Oh gosh, spoke it.
That's a great idea. Oh my
But
god,
Amelia would be into it.
I would be into it too. I live in my VRC shirt. Tell us, Karen. I've done volunteering at a shelter and found it to be the best stress reliever. Yes. Love my merch. Okay. Yeah, so if you guys will go onto the website and find your best t-shirt, they are comfortable. They're obviously durable because we work in them. Slubbers and jewels.
Sure do.
Okay, so we're getting close to the end here. Our next segment is the Wolf Dog Chronicles.
Ooh.
Every Wednesday, we're featuring our wolf dogs. They have been out there in Texas. And again, because we haven't been able to like really get out there and feature and focus on them, we're kind of like relaunching that whole thing. So each Wednesday, we're just featuring one wolf dog. And most of these wolf dogs are on the sponsor program. They all need sponsors. We just added how many wolf dogs? 35 wolf dogs. You could walk around the kennels with the microphone. I'm doing that, Erica. I already said I'm doing that. Erica said you could walk around the kennels with the microphone and interview the dogs.
Kbasa would have a lot to tell you.
Yeah, and Hicks.
Ugh.
Fashion show with the dogs wearing merch.
Get me started on
Okay, let's just write all of these ideas
Okay.
down.
Hold on.
You're talking to two doers right here, and next show, God only knows what we'll have.
Love it.
I do love the idea of interviewing the dogs. Y'all make sure to like and subscribe and do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I see a lot of stuff going on.
There's just so much colors.
Yeah, the Bloods and Ticks out of the Swampton is my favorite shirt. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the wolves. So there's so many wolves out there. We added 32 of them to the website to be sponsored. There are so many wolves that do not have sponsors yet. All of those wolf dogs, but maybe 2 are going to be with us for life.
Yeah, two of the wolf dogs are adoptable in an experienced home setting. Obviously, you need to know your laws for having a wolf dog, and that would, you'd have to apply and go through that entire process. We just want the best for them, so we would just be really looking to make sure that works out. The raven and the wolf necklace is gorgeous. I just got mine a couple days ago. Well worth the money. That's wonderful, Michelle. Yes, the Big Easy Boys, they deserve the good things coming their way. Love seeing Earl pretending to be a farmer. Earl kind of is I've been spending a lot of time out there with Tony and Earl, and they kind of are farmers now. I mean, they have a lot of property to take care of. Perry and I have been out there filming. Perry's helping with production stuff now, and they're hilarious, and they do a lot of landscaping. I love that.
There's just a lot of land out there, which is so wonderful for the dogs, but it keeps them busy.
I think it's 14 acres?
Yeah, it's a lot. And there's an old garden out there that I'm like, oh my God.
I didn't get to explore the property.
Yeah, I spend more time out there. I might be growing my own vegetables. My wolf dog was the best. I miss them. What happened to the spay neuter truck program? We can talk a little bit about that in a minute. I forgot, did you say Ducky was a VA sponsor? Sponsor. Patty, you called the next segment. There you go. Okay, so last week the wolf was Fox that we featured. You could do this one. And I loved this little story. So Fox carries around a little, I feel bad ratting him out because Amy was he doesn't like to talk about it. But he carries around his support moose, and I just think that is the sweetest thing ever. I had this little thing. They call him the keeper of the moose. So he carries around a little moose toy, and it's just so sweet. It says, like, Fox is a soul stitch from survival and sorrow, found curled up in a warehouse in his journey, finally shifted toward healing with time and care. Oh no, our battery's going low. I'm gonna have to do that. You finished reading that?
Where were you?
Wherever.
He was found. Where were you?
He was found in a warehouse.
Okay, so he was found in a warehouse. With time and care, his wounds, both seen and unseen, have faded. He clings to his cherished moose toy. It's a symbol of his comfort in the world that showed him none.
Oh my god, I'm so close to the plug over here.
Wow. Okay, do you need me to move this?
Sorry, everyone.
Oh wow, I had 2 copies. I forgot all
My
about
laptop is dying.
Sorry.
Could you imagine? Oh my god, it's so close, yet so far away.
I love it.
Bingo!
Okay.
I'm crawling under the table. Surprise! Okay.
I would have not made it. Okay, so let's get you back in.
Sorry about that.
My ADD went over.
Okay.
I think I made it.
All right, anyways.
I made it somewhere, like over here.
Okay, the wolf dogs are not adoptable. Da, 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 da. All right, so this is Fox, though, and you can go on... Nope.
There you go.
You can go on the website, and you can sponsor Fox. It's a beautiful story, really. It is.
He had, like, laser treatment to, like, fix his wounds. Oh, no.
If these children are home...
It sounds like...
Oh, my God. I'm going to die.
We needed a break.
Hold on.
Well, mainly you. You had mine overnight.
Oh. Please, continue on.
Okay. Okay. Anywho. You really miss us being on TV. We are on YouTube and TikTok and all of the things, so you can totally still see us. They're back.
Yeah, but they're just gonna ride the skateboard outside.
Okay. So yeah, that YouTube, you can, if you have like a smart TV, you can always put that on your TV.
Are we talking about how they want it to be back on TV?
Yeah. But it's actually really time consuming to be on TV. So it's just best we can do our own thing like this. Okay, so we're gonna talk about She-Wolf now.
That was this week's wolf dog. You can find the wolf dogs on
Should I have done her now?
social media. No, we did it this last week.
Okay. So yeah.
We've done 2 wolf dogs.
Okay. So She-Wolf. She had a mate when she came in. She was part of the original pack at the Texas Sanctuary when we took that over. Her original pack mate passed away. And then, down the line, we ended up partnering her with Choo-Choo.
I think Carolyn, you might have adopted or sponsored Choo-Choo. Yeah.
Choo-Choo was like this little chow chow dog that was rescued many, many years ago in New Orleans. His pups and mate were hit by cars, and they were like running the train tracks and stuff. He was the only one that survived. So, and he was a little shy. He wasn't adoptable at all. Very sweet. I love Choo-Choo. But he ended up going out to the property, and they paired Choo-Choo and She-Wolf together. They lived with each other until, I think, last year Choo-Choo passed away from cancer.
Yeah, it was last year.
So she's just kind of, doing her thing out there. Not sure if they have anybody else in mind for her to pack with, but my favorite videos of her are, there's like a log in her enclosure, and she like walks in she like smiles. It's,
Y'all
like,
have got
the
to go
greatest.
look at the Wolf Dog website. You can get there from our main website, and I think it's like just like VRC
It's vrcwolfdog.com.
.com.
Yeah.
It's been updated, and also follow our Facebook Texas page because you'll see all of the videos that Amy posts, and they are amazing. The Wolf Dogs are so inspiring, and they're gorgeous, and she videos of them howling and doing all of that. So it's a lot of great footage, and they're just beautiful. I mean, wolves are just amazing.
It's a gorgeous property, and Amy does amazing with them. You can feel the love that she has for them, and it's amazing. And she does like little videos, and
love the Wolf Dog website. Some states like New York, and it's illegal to have wolf dogs. Other states require special license.
Yeah, they're all every dog and wolf dog is spayed and neutered. Cat, whatever we have, we will spay and neuter it.
All right, we are closing up. The last thing we have is we're calling the digital den. So that's all the stuff that we have going on in terms of like the YouTube, the social medias, the podcasts, and all of that. Tia has added all of season 1 of Dog Diaries, Life with the Underdogs, Motor Maidens, and Pit Bulls and Parolees, and a producer to both her YouTube and the VRC YouTube. So you guys go and watch that. The Life with the Underdogs is what she calls the knockoff Pit Bulls and Parolees. Obviously, Pit Bulls and Parolees is not. It is on TV. People are always like, no, Katie, it is on TV. But those are all reruns, and we don't get anything from those reruns. So Tia has created her own production company called Rapid Reality, which is basically us going out and filming and getting footage and creating these little mini series for you guys because people still want to see what we have going on. So Life with the Underdogs is like the knockoff Pit Bulls and Parolees. It shows the staff. It shows any rescues that we have. It's really well done. They're not long. They're anywhere between 8 to 15 minutes. Which when you're watching on YouTube, on your phone or TV, or which you can watch YouTube on TV, like you were saying, or your laptop, 8 minutes seems long because there's no commercials or anything in it. So I feel like that's an actual like perfect time. The Dog Diaries is another one. I've started doing the interviews for Dog Diaries. So those are our adoptable dogs. We reach back out to the adopters or these are dogs who have been adopted, reach out to their adopters and we interview them and see what they're doing now. And I just did a really cool one with Miro, and that dog's like out on a 42-acre farm, like just living its best life. So that'll be shown soon. Moto Maidens, that's Mariah and her friends who all are on their motorcycles and they go cross country. I was like, I probably should watch all of these since I'll be, talking about them, and finish watching them. And those are some badass.
I have to watch it.
I mean, it is so good. They are super inspiring. They're all on their motorcycles, just going across country. I don't even know if the next one is out yet from New Mexico, but they went and did like a ride for donations for dogs. But the first two were amazing. So you need to catch all of those. And then Pit Bulls, Parolees, and a producer is Tia. And I think she goes episode by episode and talks about Pit Bulls and Parolees and those.
And like her version of like what was going on
behind the scenes.
Like from her point of view. Which is that on YouTube as well? Yes. All of these little mini series are on YouTube.
All of these mini series are on YouTube. Dog Diaries, Life with the Underdogs, Moto Maidens, Pit Bulls, Parolees, and a producer.
And she just did Big Easy Boys as well.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, that's on the back here.
And the VRC dog is more dog content. The Tia Torres one is where she does a lot of everything that's going on.
Prison programs and all of that.
Because some people just want to see dogs, and that's fine.
Yeah, and that's what we'll be doing on the VRC YouTube page. You can subscribe to the YouTube page, and you can get more seasons, I believe is how that's working. Like you get the first season free. But then the next season, I think you have to subscribe for. You can also get on her Patreon, and she has all of these on her Patreon as well. All the seasons and episodes and all of that. So we are still out here and still doing all of the things. And we're still filming for all of this as well. So you'll
Her
see.
Unmuzzled podcast is great. It's
What
hilarious.
is that, Ellen? Oh yeah, let's talk about the podcasts.
So her Unmuzzled podcast is basically just where, the unmuzzled version of Tia. Like she will
Let it all
let it
out.
all out to you. She will talk about ex-employees or employee drama or super fan drama, anything that's she needs to vent about.
Mhm.
I said no thank you.
Bye, Carolyn. Thank you for joining us.
Carolyn. She's gonna just unleash about it, and
And is that on
that's on Patreon. I think she also is posting some on
YouTube, and then you
but-
can also get her Tia Talk on Spotify.
Patreon, there's different tiers, and it's a little bit more private and personal.
Mhm.
And there's different tiers. Like I think there's like a $3 or $5 one, 10, 15, 20.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember, but all
Yeah,
that money goes to the dogs.
Right.
in
You can
rescue.
go to her Patreon and check all of that out. Yeah, and then I know she has like her prison stuff on there, a podcast about her prison stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tia Talk. I'm trying to think what else. Oh, she does this like Wild Instincts podcast as well on Spotify. I think it's attached to the Tia Talks, and it talks about like her life and working with the animals before she started the rescue. And then there's also stuff she talks about when people ask like, how do you start a rescue? And she goes through all of that. Jenna, loved your story. Sharing how much you've grown from the opportunity. Katie, you're a badass yourself. I enjoy your podcast. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do have a podcast as well called The Dry Cauldron. That is with Tanya and I. Tanya and I talk about co-parenting and recovery. Tanya is Salem's mom, and I am with Perry, and so it's just a combination that works out. We're kind of on hold right now with that. Perry and I have a podcast as well called Rescued by Recovery, and that's about our journeys with recovery, not just with recovery, you think of drugs and alcohol, but it's all things that affect your life negatively and kind of how we've come out of that and become better people. So I think there's 3 episodes on for Rescued by Recovery so far. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's an intro. I don't know. Check it out. It's all on Spotify. And there's several episodes, I think a full season of The Dry Cauldron as well. And you can follow that all on Instagram as well. Let's see. Wild Instincts is interesting too. She's telling us about the filming. Yeah, the Jungle Book movie.
Yeah, we don't know much about a lot of the Tia podcast because it's not as dog related. So
right.
we're learning about all of it so we can
share it with
keep
everybody.
sharing.
Yeah. All right. So we are at our last segment. This is putting some of the shows up for free to make room for members only shows. Unmuzzled is hilarious. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. At the end of each of our Good Morning Villalobos, we want to spotlight one of our dogs who have been with us and who passed away in our care. So today you're gonna cry. I can already feel it. But today we want to feature Falcor. These are dogs who, now I'm gonna cry. Just have made a difference in our lives. And Falcor did get a home, I believe, and then he had to come back. And so some of the dogs that we'll feature are dogs who we're calling like the Rainbow Bridge segment, who were in our care, and some of them never found a home. And that's why these programs are so important, like the virtual adoption program. Some of these dogs will pass away in our care, and when you have a virtual adoption, it does make you feel like they were chosen. And we feature those dogs in the Facebook page, and we have like a whole memorial, moment for all of them. And that's why like the VA sponsor programs are such a tight-knit group because we kind of go through all of that together.
Mhm.
I know Brianna, one of our VAs,
Yeah.
had a dog, Pad Puff, pass away. We had Catfish. So these are all dogs that at the end of the segments we want to try to talk about and just feature. So I printed out a little picture of our sweet Falcor. Maybe we should do this in the beginning in case we cry. But at Falcor at the end with Falcor, he ended up getting sick. I just like visualized Salem in the office with the girls and everything.
Yeah.
And there is an actual episode of Falcor. What did that end up being on?
It was on
Life
I think
with
it's
the Underdogs?
yeah, it was on Life with the Underdogs. I think it's season 2. I want to say it's season 2 though. Yeah, we had Falcor for years. He did get a home. It didn't work out. So he did come back. But for Falcor, like, he was the light of everything.
He was like the face of the rescue during that time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up, like, I knew Falcor. I worked with him prior. When we opened the warehouse on Galvez Street, and I was managing that property, and he came over, and he just kind of like was this, I don't know how to explain. He just like brought this like light back into everything. Like, it was extremely overwhelming. We're consolidating, these city locations. It was super stressful. I was personally going through a whole bunch of personal issues, and was just like really struggling. And Falcor, like, you never saw this dog unhappy. Mm-hmm. He was always smiling, smirking. Mm-hmm. If he knew you were in a bad mood, he would do some off the wall thing. He loved people. I would take him for go-kart rides around the neighborhood. And like, if he saw you were pulling the go-kart out, like, he was yelling at you, like you were taking him.
Thing. Yeah,
I'm going. He loved water. He didn't do dog walks, but like, at one point there was like 20 people in his kennel one day. They were all just sitting in there. Mm-hmm. And like, he would just walk up and like lay on his back and like put his head on them. And like, he just like made friends with everybody. Mm-hmm. He didn't like other dogs much, but he loved kids. Tia posted many pictures of like, during dog walks, I would put my kids in the kennel with him, and they would just like take naps with him. He was
like babysitter for them.
He was their
babysitter.
My kids grew up with him. Yeah. He helped raise them. Mm-hmm. And we did have a second line. He was diagnosed with cancer. He had a tumor on his spine. It caused him to not be able to walk. I carried him around, and I mean, he was about a 85-pound dog.
Big dog.
And I carried him. I didn't want to let him go.
No.
He lived in my office, and we did a second line for him. We pulled him in a wagon. There was like a band, and he ate all of the possible things that he could eat.
Erica says, Falcor, the episode of the Life with the Underdogs ripped my heart out. I was not expecting that. I fell in love with Falcor's ears, his big head with tiny ears. Yeah. It's a really heartfelt episode on Life with the Underdogs. If you'd want to watch that, I mean, all of the team from New Orleans, Mariah, Earl, everybody came down to support Jenna and Falcor and see him off in the New Orleans way, which is a second line. It was a celebration. I was just thinking, I have chills. I would love for people to write in and maybe tell us their Rainbow Bridge stories, and maybe we can share those as well, because we know how much these pets mean to you guys and how much they mean to us. And a lot of times dogs that don't get adopted, they don't get featured. We don't want them to go unnoticed, and so I think with this Rainbow Bridge segment, we're able to say, hey, like, don't forget about these dogs. They made an impact on our life. Even though they didn't get a home, they had a home with us. And I think that's just so important.
It is important. And we see a lot of bad, like a lot of heartbreaking things. And we, as these dogs get older and are with us, it's hard. And like, I know for myself, this, I lost Wanda. I was supposed to take Miss Wanda home. She was a sponsorship dog. I was supposed to take her home the following week. She passed away before I got to bring her home. It's like, there's so many dogs that you guys don't get to see and that we have lost, and from cancer and other like health issues. And we want to be able to let you guys know about them and be able to talk about them and show how much we really love them. I wish we had the ability to have done a second life for every single one of our dogs, but sometimes we just don't have that opportunity.
Right.
And the amount of love and care we put into these dogs it's hard. I cry. I never used to be a crier. In the last 3 years, I think I cry more now.
Yeah. And I know like M2's losing a lot of her senior dogs right now, and she's got a lot going on. And it's like, I want to have a segment at the end that just memorializes some of these dogs who meant a lot to us that maybe y'all didn't get to see. And also just show a side of rescue. It's not always just pets and wags and wiggles and adoptions and all of that. It's not always just fun. There are also these hard times, and that's why we ask for donations. We need your help. We have these dogs forever. Their medical care at the end gets expensive if they don't get adopted out or don't get a virtual adoption or they're not on the sponsor page. They're just our responsibility until they pass. And our vet bills are so expensive. It is racked up. So every dollar counts and matters when it comes to the rescue. I just wanted to feature Falcor today. I think after every segment at the end, we'll feature one of our Rainbow Bridge dogs. And I would love for you guys to send us some as well. If you want to email me at Katie, is it VRC Katie?
Katie VRC, I think.
Oh, hold on. I do want those.
We'll remember them eventually.
Here it is. If you want to email me at katievrc@outlook.com, your Rainbow Bridge story, we would love to feature your dog and your love for your special pets, and we'll hopefully put them on the show, or we'll feature them on the website or something, and maybe we could do a program for that. That is it, everyone. We are so thankful that you guys joined us today. We're right at 12 o'clock, so we thought maybe an hour, maybe two, ended up being 2. We will try to do this every Saturday. We cannot guarantee that. We hope that you enjoyed this. I don't even know how to get it out crying. Thanks, ladies. You're great. If you have suggestions or comments, please put them. We'll post this entire live for people who didn't get to join us. If you have questions, put them in the comments. Let us know if you loved it. Let us know if you hate us. I always say people either love me or hate me, probably. But we could not do this without you. Everything you guys do to support Villalobos all goes back to the dogs. And we always say that it takes a village, and you guys are our village. And that's why we're coming to you now. We're interacting with you more. We need you guys probably more than ever without the show and everything. So, all right. Anything else from you?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. And we will see you next time on Good Morning Villalobos.
Have a great day, y'all.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
I can never remember how to shut this off.
And goodbye, everyone.
Bye.